Howdy, and welcome to Daily Miles. Well, today's my last day at the center, and it's time to go. So, Mr. Miles is packing up, has already packed up. You missed the packing up stuff. It's time to get on the road. Now, to be clear, to be fair, I'm not actually getting on the road. I'm going to go back to the Sequoia Park and park there for the next month and a half. And hopefully nobody will kick me out. I mean, I'll spice it up a little bit here and there, but with what I can afford in I will spice it up a little bit with Airbnb fees, but basically it's time to pack up and hit the road, baby. Yeah. I got nothing but nice things to say about this place other than the fact that it's time to go. Safety first. Into reverse and back out, preferably without hitting anything. That would be bad. All right. And away we go. Back to the scene of the crime. Yeah, well, here's a thought. Let's not have another scene of said crime. I.e., let's not tear another quadricep tendon. Not in the mood. First things first. Let's get out of here. Get on my merry way. I don't know if my way is all that merry, to be honest with you. But it is today. So tomorrow, I'm going to get myself into an Airbnb. Tonight, they don't have anything that I can afford tonight, so I have to sleep in the car, sleep in the van. So I'm going to deal with Airbnb tomorrow, probably stay there for about a week or so until, I can get comfortably into the van. But I'm going to sleep in the van tonight. It's something I haven't done before. I spent a year and a half in the van, so nothing new is going on. The only difference is that I have a quadricep tendon tear repair, which makes things somewhat challenging, and that's putting it mildly. Fortunately for me, I'm on the mend, and I will do my best, given the environment, to stay on the mend. But realistically, I cannot go anywhere for the next month and a half. I have to stay here to complete my therapy here because my case has been transferred here. That's why. So if you're thinking, well, why not just go, drive back down to, Santa Barbara? I'd have the same problem. I'd have to, find some place to park, and parking in Santa Barbara is awful at this point. Not to mention, it's insanely hot. And, not in the mood with that. Not in the mood for that whole 9 yards. No, I could have actually done that. So, I'm not going down to Santa Barbara. I'm going to stay here, complete my physical therapy here, get that all done, taken care of, and get to a point where I can walk without so much as a limp, and then be on my merry way. And that's it. Then I'm done. I've had enough fun and excitement. I do need some gas, though. So I've got 105 miles. I've got about a quarter of a tank left. Going to need some gas. But in the meantime, gas is fucking expensive. I'm looking at gas prices here and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, not happening, baby. Crazy. In one respect, I'm very happy, relatively speaking. I am pleased that I did not have to spend money on gas for the last month and a half. On the other hand, I now have to spend money for the next month and a half. I have to spend gas money for the next month and a half. Fortunately, due to your donations, I have enough money to spend on gas and a little bit of an Airbnb. The rest of that money is going to go right to food and gas because I'm going to need it desperately. It's managing that the little bit of money that's there. So, loads of fun. A little while later. So I got a clean wash some of the clothing and the sleeping bags and my sleeping stuff because it stinks like rotting meat or old rotting meat, even worse. So I'm gonna zip in here to this laundromat and do a wash, do a load, so that it doesn't stink. Yeah, like you need to see washing clothes. Oy. Funny thing happened on the way to the washing the clothes. Actually, as it turns out, the laundromat that I'm currently parked in front of, I was finishing up that wash that we were just looking at, and it turns out the guy that owns the place, Dell, and Max, who's his close friend, Dell's in his early 90s, and he was trying to change the pricing on his washing machines, and he couldn't figure out how to do it. Seriously, this is a funny story. About 20 years ago, I wrote a piece of software for the company that his washers and dryers are made from. So I just figured, it's probably the same piece of software. It is. It's just been modified like nobody's business since then. So I wrote the software, and I figured I'd help him out. As it turns out, the software has been majorly modified since then. Make a long story short, he ended up letting me stay in his parking lot while I'm, recuperating. So I'm going back and forth between an Airbnb and this place so that I don't have to, sleep out on the street. Not to mention, he has Wi-Fi. Way cool. Alrighty, kiddies. That is all I got news for today. I know it's a little messy in here, but, I haven't had a chance to clean up since, pulling out of X, Y, and Z. So anyways, thank you very much for your time, your patience, and your patronage. I appreciate all of you. Your donations have helped me to get from point A to point B, but more donations are obviously needed because gas ain't what it used to be. And Airbnb is basically eaten up almost 80% of what I had in reserves. So there you go. Thanks a bunch, kiddies. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.